Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the SEC Drum Corps YouTube channel. My name's Josh. I'm the snare section leader, and today we'll be doing the tutorial for Beat 9 on snare. To start off, I'll demonstrate one loop of Beat 9. So Beat 9 is split into two main sections, and to begin, I will start to break down the first section of Beat 9. So the first part of Beat 9 starts with a closed double stroke roll going into singles with varying accents. So the accents on the first part of the first section is different to the second part of the first section. So I'll demonstrate quickly. Then you repeat that twice, which makes up the first part of section 1, and I'll demonstrate that. So the second part of the first section has the same concept, just that the accents are slightly different. So I'll demonstrate how that part goes. So the first part of section 2 starts off with a right hand buzz that goes off to the sides, then paired with singles into an accent on your right hand, and is repeated 4 times. So I'll demonstrate this. The full first section of Beat 9 is played like this. For the second part of section 2, I'll split it into 2 sections. The first section is a double paradiddle containing accents, followed by 4 singles, and the first 2 of those singles are accented. I'll repeat that one more time. And then that's repeated 3 times. But on the last one, you cut out the 2 unaccented singles at the end. So altogether, it would be like this. And for the second part of that section, you play a right-handed flam tap into a left-handed flam with 2 5-stroke rolls at the end to finish it off. The full second section of Beat 9 is played like this. And that's one full loop of SEC beat number 9.
All right, so hi guys, so I'm going to be showing you how to do beat number 9 on the tenor drum. All right, so we're going to play beat number 9 twice because it changes in both loops. Let's go. In beat number 9, there's 3 sections. The first section, when the snares are playing, you play straights. You play 4 loops of 8 singles. For the second section, I'm going to play it through once and then I'll describe it and explain it. Okay, so for the first bit of the second section, you start off by playing a single, you count 2, and then you play a single stroke 4. And then after that, you've got a triplet with a slug on the end. So you play the triplet and then it's kind of like a delayed single. And then after that, you've got a double on your right and then a single on your left. I'm going to play that slow down. 2, 3, 1, 2, 2, 3, 2. So I'm just going to play the final section and then I'll break it down. So for the first bit of the third section, you basically play a single and then a triplet, another single, a triplet, and then 2 singles at the end. So you play that 3 times, and then at the end of that, you play a double, 2 singles, and then a double again, and a single. So I'm going to play that last section slow down for you. For the second loop, the only thing that changes is the first section. Section 2 and 3 stay the same. So I'm going to play through section 1 for you, and then I'll slow it down and break it down as well. Okay, so for section 1, you play 2 singles and then a triplet twice. And then after that, you play 2 singles and then you play 4 singles into 2. And then it's kind of like slowed down. And then after that, you play a triplet at the end again. Before you go into the 2 singles, you play 1 single at the beginning of the beat. But I will demonstrate that now. After that, you go into section 2 and 3, which I demonstrated at the beginning of the beat. That is beat 9 for tenor.
Hi guys, my name's Chris. I'm the SEC section leader for the quad section, and today we'll be doing beat 9. So for the first part, you're just playing double stops on drums 4 and 3, and then after you play off beats, well, still double stops on drums 1 and 2. So it would be you start with a double stop on drums 4 and 3, and then you do a double stroke roll, and then 2 singles. So. And then triplets from drum 1 to drum 2. So. And then back to drum 1. And then after you do 2 double stops on the drums 4 and 3, and then you do a double stroke roll. And then 4 singles, so with accents on the right. So. And then 2 singles, both accents, so. And then, so 4 singles, so 2 accented here, and then 2 normal, and then 2 accent, and then 2 normal, so. And then back to another double stop. And then you repeat that again. I'll demonstrate from the start to the end of that point. So the next part, you do singles, just moving from drum 4 to drum 1 and back. So it would be, so you start 4 here, 5 here, sorry. And then you move on the left with an accent, and from drum 2 to drum 1, so. And then back. That, and then after you do the same, but you move to drum 3. So, and then after you just do 4 singles on each of the drums. So I'll demonstrate that again slow. Next part, you do 5 singles, and then you come in on the left with singles. So with 2 accents on the left and right. So. And then after, 2 singles on the drum 1 and drum 2. So all together. So you do that. And then after, you do the same, the start of that part. So, but instead of going back to drum 1, you go to drum 4 and 3. So 3, 4, 3, 4. So that part is. And then the next part. So this part's the same. You play that again, and then you go from drum 1, 2, 3, and 4. So you're doing. And then you stop. So after that, you're doing double stops starting on drums 1 and 2, and then drums 3 and 4, and then back and forth. So you'll start on the offbeat here. So now I'll demonstrate the whole of the first part. No, the whole of the last section. So now I'll demonstrate the full beat. One thing I forgot to mention was the start of the second part, you're crescendoing from drum 4 to 1. So it would be. So make sure you add that.
Hello, I'm Benji and I'm Cymbals Assistant Section Leader, and today I'm going to be doing a tutorial on how to play beat 9. So we'll do one full loop of it, then I'll explain it section by section. Okay, so we're going to start off by doing playing offbeat, and when we're playing offbeat, we're going to be doing hi-hats, which sound like this. So we're going to do 6 of them, and then at the end of the 6, we're going to do 2 crashes. So it'll sound something like this. You're going to repeat the hi-hats and the crashes 4 times, and that is it for the first loop. So I'll play it all together at a slow pace. So now we're going to go into section 2. So the start of section 2, it's similar to what you play, or the same to what you play in beats 1 and 2. So you're playing left, 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 right, left on the cymbals, but you're alternating hands. So it should look something like this. So for the last section, it is similar to the previous section. So you're alternating hands, but with this section, you're going to be crashing in time of when snares do their accents. So it should sound like this. So as you can see from what I just played, I missed a couple beats and then crashed them at the end. So with that, you have to miss 3 beats and crash on the 4th. And that is the end of the loop. So now I'm going to demonstrate the last part to show you where the pause is and how long it is. Crash, 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 crash. 1, 2, 3, crash. And now that is how you play beat 9 on cymbals.
So this is going to be the bass section of beat number 9. We've already seen the other sections, so now we need to learn our part. So we're going to play one loop accompanied with snare, and we're going to see what we're supposed to be playing. That's one loop of how to play beat 9 on bass. So let's break it down. In the first section, so it's broken down into 3 sections. In the first section, we have straights. So we've got 4 loops of 8. So obviously we know our straights is just the singles, yeah? So we've got 4 loops of 8 singles. So it's 32 in total. And then that's our first section. It's simple enough. It's just foot timing every single foot, all right? Remember, opposite hand with opposite foot. So if you're marching with your left, marking time with your left, you should be playing with your right. Now moving on to the second section. The second section is a little bit more syncopated, which means it's out of time, but it's in time. So it sounds a little bit nicer. So we start off with a single on our right. All right? So you got, and after that, so you got single, 2, 3, and then we come in with our part. So it goes, so you got a triplet of sorts, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So and that's followed by a single stroke 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And we repeat that again. So you got however, this time the break's a little bit longer. So you got, so altogether, that second section sounds like this. Right? The important thing to remember is for that second section, the second ending, you have to start with your left hand. So you come in on your right for the start of the third section. So playing it one more time, we have. Now we're moving on to that third section, where we are playing the accents alongside some extra parts in between. So you got. All right, and then we finish the loop by playing 4 strokes. Make sure these are as loud as possible. We're trying to get that real power. So you got. All right, so that's where you actually have to accentuate yourself and put that effort in to start that new loop. So the third section will sound something like this. So every single filler part, so you got 1, 2, and then the filler parts in between those 1, 2s, you always start with your right. So you got 1, 2. Right? So what happens sometimes is you end up having to double hit on your right, especially for that last one, because you're starting with your left hand on that 1, 2. But make sure that you double hit so that your fillers are always starting with your right. So let's try one loop. I'm going to slow it all the way down, and then we're going to see if you can follow along, all right? All right? And then the last one is the start of a new loop. So altogether, that would be what one loop of beat 9 sounds like on bass.
Drummers, by the front, quick, march.